Months of supply inch higher. Big John Peterson here. Welcome to the Market Minute for September the 12th, 2025. Seeing for the beginning of September, months of supply inching higher, sales to new listings ratio inching lower. Does this mean that the market is going to soften a little bit more? Something that we need to really take a close look at. Let's jump into these numbers. So, what we've seen this last week is there were 416 sales, 966 new listings. That means that those new listings are really far outpacing the sales. More inventory might put a little bit more pressure downward on our marketplace. 90 conditional sales failed. That means that number is now getting up close to one in about 4.5 sales are failing. Understanding the buyer and the buyer's ability to close and to remove conditions becomes really important. 891 price reductions. So we're seeing that there were over twice as many price reductions as there were sales. Pricing, understanding the market, and if the market is softening in your particular area, getting out in front of it becomes very important. 531 properties came off the market in the last week unsold. What we saw is a number of those homes coming back on, terminated, and then relisted. So that is, again, why such a high number came off the market, and we're seeing high numbers of new listings. Now, let's take a look at total inventory, 7,089. That number now is inched up. It was below 7,000 for a period of time. Now just back up over 7,000. There are people putting their home on the market right now, anticipating a little bit of a surge of activity in the fall. The sales numbers, haven't seen that yet, but we're going to be looking very closely. When we look at how many sales to new listings, again, 0.4 of a sale to 0.6 of a sale keeps us in balanced territory. Up to 3.5 months worth of supply in the market keeps us in balanced territory. So overall, there's 0.43 of a sale in general to every new listing. And if you take a look, all of the numbers are anywhere from about 0.41 of a sale up to 0.48 of a sale in all the categories. You can take a look at all those detailed numbers. So we are still balanced, but we're at the low end of a balance in terms of those sales. And if that number falls below 0.4 of a sale, then we really start looking at some buyer market territory. Months of supply in the market, we'd like to see those numbers 3.5 months or less. Now, we've had a couple of months where the number of sales to new listings has been a little bit softer. So months of supply is inching upwards. 4.2 months worth of supply overall, 3.9 months for single family detached, 3.9 months worth of supply for your row homes, townhomes, 4.4 months worth of supply for half duplexes, and 5.3 months worth of supply for apartment style condominiums. So if we see this continue, months of supply continue to increase, we're going to see another leg down or downward pressure on prices. So that's something to really take a look at. If you're looking at making a move, there's some great buying opportunities out there. And if you're buying and selling in the same market, it means that yes, you might get a little bit less for your home, but you're paying less for the next property. And if you're looking at getting into the market, might be a great time because there's some great opportunities out there. Might be an opportunity to stop paying somebody else's mortgage. If you're renting, get into the market yourself when it is a little bit lower. And another big thing we're going to be looking at later on this month is interest rates. Are they going to be coming down? Is there going to be some downward pressure on interest rates as we go through a continuing softening of the market here and softening of the economy in general? Homesaleprices.ca, great asset, instant sort of a estimated value on the value of your property. Now, because we're seeing a little bit of a trend in downward pricing, that pricing you get through that automated or any automated service may not be exactly right. If you're really wanting to get a good idea, please use that. But I would reach out to us because we can provide up to the minute detailed information. All of those automated valuations, a good start, good rough idea, but it's not, when the market is moving, it's not going to give it to you real time in terms of what's happening today in the market. A little bit of that data will be outdated. We love to talk to you about real estate. If you have questions, concerns, want information, no hassle, no cost, just answers to your questions, please reach out. We love to help you achieve your real estate goals.